Hello, beautiful human. Thanks for clicking on our conversation with Benny Blanco. We appreciate him very much. Dude is busy, he's a super pop star now. He's great. I appreciate him dearly. And this conversation's it's chock full of knowledge and information. So please leave your feedback in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit like, and even if you hate us, subscribe. Okay. I think he's here.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
Oh my God! I thought we were gonna be in like your studio.
I instead of my home that is severely dated with my this is a wet bar behind me. You see this? That houses no alcohol whatsoever.
It looks great.
Well,
you got the big mic here. You look great.
Oh.
Do we have a mustache?
I'm trying to grow something. What do you think? I mean, you've mastered all hair. I think from your head to your toes, you really understood how to keep it right. So
I like you got like. Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. You got like a little underneath thing too.
Yeah, dude, there's some straggles, but to be honest with you, it's taken many, many moons to be able to grow even this. So
what's that? About 6 months?
Yeah. Dude, it could be closer to 7.5, 8. Honestly, yeah, I run out of razors. Just because I don't need them ever. It's amazing. It's good to see you, even in this way, and thank you for the record. Lonely, obviously, that's what we're here for.
Well, that's what we're all here for. Let's just get into it. Just tell me it all. Ask me the questions.
Do you write this about you and then get the song to Justin, or do you work with him from the very beginning? What was the process like at the start?
So it's like, with Justin, it's like we've been working since 2009. Okay, so we have someone told me in the other interview, I didn't even know, this is our 5th collaboration. So I'm the last guy to know. So, and we worked with Phineas on it, who's incredible. Makes all of Billy's music, has his own. He's incredible.
He's an icon. In my opinion, he's one of the most talented human beings on the face of the earth.
It's insane.
What he brings to a record and also his own music is, dude, game changing. But does he come in at a certain point, or are you working the three of you from day one?
No, it's day one. And then, so we did the song before quarantine, right before quarantine. And then actually when Justin recorded the vocal, he was quarantined in Canada. And he sent back the song and I was just like, oh yeah, this is the one. And it's funny because we had this it was definitely not like, it wasn't just like, oh, we're putting this out. This is Justin was like, can I even put this out? Will people is this what people want from me? Is this he's like, he's always, look, Justin's not one of those cookie cutter pop artists. They're like, this is my new single and here's my makeup line. And he's Justin's like, yo, I have a pimple and I have anxiety today. He's always been upfront about that stuff. But for me, I feel like he's really falling into himself as an adult now. And he released Holy, we released this song. And he was just when he did, it's brave to put the song out. And I was just for me, it was just if this helps one kid in Kansas who's just hey, holy Justin goes through the same stuff I go through, it's a win.
Is it a process to convince him that this is the right next record for him and the right story from his own life to share, because it's so pulled from his own existence?
I think he figured that out. Justin's look, he's very aware of everything that happened, and it's just we live in such a strange place because if you do something stupid, your friends are like, hey man, you're an idiot. Or your mom's like, I'm disappointed in you. If Justin does one thing stupid, it's on CNN the next day.
It's every mom talking shit on it. And
and he grew up in the public eye since he was 13. When he was 19, he had already been in it for 6-7 years. What were you doing when you were 19? You know what I mean? So it's he's grown up in this whole alternate universe. And it's just like, I feel like he's just trying to navigate it every day. And I feel like, you know, it's like, no matter who you are, like, look, we've done some interviews. Like, I know you pretty well for like a surface level thing. Like we see each other. It's great. I know that, and I don't know you so personally, but I know 100% sure you are going through something, because everybody is, like, at all times. Like and if you weren't before, you're going through something now with the pandemic. And it's just like, I think it's just so important to shine light on like that, and like have people like just be like, it's okay to not be okay.
Totally. And by the way, I felt lonely. I've recently felt lonely. Everybody's had moments in their life, no matter how long they last, whether for a blip or for weeks, months, years, they feel lonely. And honestly, it did feel better coming from somebody like Justin Bieber, because I think the perception is the opposite. I think the perception from the public is that he's the opposite of lonely, and that he has everything and is all these things. And how could he be so lonely? Because if it's not a beautiful wife, it's cool friends. If it's not cool friends, it's the most expensive cats and animals. And, you know, really, that's the kid in Kansas might be looking at it that way. So to share that is important, beyond important. My question to you is connected to the public facing side of this side of the conversation. Why is it important for you to be on these records and to be a public face to them as well?
For me, it's like this. It's like, I use this explanation sometimes. So let's say I worked at an Italian restaurant, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I was on the line, and my job was to make Caesar salad, okay? So I made Caesar salad every day for 10 years, every day. That was my thing. I just chop it up, put the croutons in, do the whole thing. And then I look to my right, and there's a guy every day, and he's making pizza. One day, I'm gonna be like, I want to make a pizza. Let me make a pizza. And then like, so for me, it was just like, I was making songs for so long, and I always wanted to, fully, you're very creative when you're writing a song for someone else to sing, but like, to be able to say, this is how I want the music video to go. This is how I want the marketing to go. This is how I want the song to be released and perceived. Like, that sounded so interesting to me that I just like wanted to do it. And it's like, honestly, like I did all the things I wanted to do musically, like as a producer already.
Would you connect it to needing a challenge, or were you comfortable and complacent in the other positions, or taking on just a certain set of roles?
It's just like, man, like how many, like, it's like I was doing songs for 15 years. Yeah. So it's like, I want to do something different. I always like to challenge myself. And I didn't think that it was going to take off this quick. Like for me, it's like, I was like, oh, I'll make some songs. And then in like 3 or 4 years, I'll have like a big song. But then like when East Side came out, I was like, oh, okay, I got a big song right now. Like, so it's the whole experience. The last few years have just been like surreal.
What do you say to other people out there working the line, making Caesar salads, thinking and wanting to make a pizza? At what point is the right time to cross over to the pizza?
I think when you feel ready. B, also, like, I wouldn't have been able to do this if I didn't have all those relationships that I built over so many years of like working with the Halseys, working with the Ed Sheerans, working with the Khalid. Like it makes it easier. It makes it easier to go to Justin and be like, hey, we should do this song together, because it's like, we've done a bunch of stuff. And he's like, yeah, like, and it's like, he's my boy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Benny, I think the music video for Lonely kind of took the song to a new level, because now not only can you hear what he's going through, you can see it. Did you get to talk to him and ask, like, what was it like watching yourself on stage as he was sitting in the crowd by himself?
So he was talking to me, and he was just like, wait. He was like, why is Jacob Tremblay, the actor who played in it, he was like, why does he know like everything about me? Like all the movements were the same. Like if you've ever been like backstage with Justin, like he does all those same things, and like the way he's moving his hands, the way he's doing the hockey stick. And he was like, I feel like I was literally watching a video of myself as a child. And it was like, for him, it was like,
Also, like a testament to the talent of Jacob Tremblay.
He's amazing. It's crazy.
Did you guys kind of simplify the video? Because I was watching the behind the scenes thing, and it seemed like Jacob was learning dance moves and all this other stuff, and then the actual video is much simpler than that.
Yeah, it was just like, do what you feel, do like really get in. You know, Jacob's like a crazy actor, so it's like, and it was you know, originally the video was going to be Justin walking through and doing all that stuff alone, and then Scooter and Justin were like, no, it's got to be a young Justin. So like we changed that like last minute.
Well, and you were able to get Jacob.
Yeah, well, Justin was like, it was Justin's idea. He was like, we got to get this kid in the video. He's amazing.
Superstar talent. And he might be a fellow Canadian.
He is.
Yeah. What side on the behind the scenes of a record is, I mean, everything is front facing, I guess, at a certain point, right? But I want to know what thrills you and actually excites you the most now, because you're on all sides of it, from the aesthetic to the video to literally planting the fucking seed, you know? You see it to bloom and to harvest and all of it.
I think like now, like when a song comes out, like it's like you live and die by that song. It's like when I, you know, made songs for other people, yeah, you make the song and it's like, okay, I made the song. Now I'm going to go make another one. Like this, it's like blood, sweat, and tears. You're like making, like, I have so much more respect for artists than I ever even did before. Like now it's like you have to do so much when you're an artist. It's like, you got to promote the song. Like when you're a producer, you don't do any of that stuff. Like, you don't do interviews. You don't do this. You don't do that. And it's, the song is not just a song anymore. It's like your baby. It's like, and it's like, you're like giving birth to it. And it's like something so much bigger than just like a song you write one day.
Do you feel like you're identified by the songs you've put out pre-Eastside, or are you only identified by the songs starting with Eastside?
It's so funny. Like, I feel like fans now that are finding me as an artist, like they're starting to find out and they're like, what? Like, it's like, and I think like also being on Dave, the show Dave, it like, I think like people thought I was like a fictional character. And then like when they, it's just like people have been like, wait, you actually did that, all that stuff? Like, and so it's funny to watch people connect the dots, because some people know me from the beginning. Some people know me from Dave. Some people know me from my song. Some people know me from my cooking show. Like, and it's just like, I think it's just funny to like, how, I don't know, just see how people connect the dots. It's really fun.
How do you identify? Do you consider the songs pre-Eastside your songs, or is it really just starting with Eastside that are yours?
It's all the same to me. It's like, I go in and I make music. It's not that crazy. It's like I go in and make music. Sometimes it just comes out with a different label on it.
Why was Finneas right for this?
Because he's incredible. And I was like, Finn, we gotta do one of the, we were actually writing a different song at first. It was like a up-tempo song. I was like, I want one of the ballads. I was like, we're doing a ballad, Finn. And like, cause it's like, you want that slow song, like that's just gonna like kill you. And he's so good at, he's so talented. It's crazy.
I, at all parts of the day, have at least one of his records in my head. And they're like, Blood Harmony changed my outlook on music. I love it. I'm really into it. Like,
have you ever met him?
Yeah, he's come on the show. Yeah. And the greatest human being and individual. Like,
I know. I'm like, you're too nice. I'm like, yeah. You're like perfect.
No, it's sick. It's sick. You understand why he's a good collaborator, but also you know, there's something unique about the both of you. And it's cool to see it come together in this.
Benny, what were those giant arms that you and Justin were running around with?
Honestly, I was like, honestly, the video was so serious. I was like, let's just do something fun. So we made these like giant arms, and they're ridiculous. And we made like a little video with it. I think I'll probably post it today, actually. That's a good idea. You see, you're helping me. You should market in the record for me. You just gave me the idea.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, thank you.
Where are the arms now? Where do you store them?
Where are the arms? I'm gonna put them in my front yard. I'm just gonna wear. You know, when I was wearing them, I was like, I miss the big arms when I took them off, because I was like, my hands feel so normal. Like, I want the big long arms now.
How many records do you have in process right now? Or how many do you consider in process?
I mean, in process, there's so many, like hundreds, like songs I'm gonna put out, like 2, maybe 3. Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
But do all 100 have a chance?
All 100 have a chance until they don't. Let's say I made 100 songs, okay?
Mhm.
I'd say 10 of those songs probably have a chance. And then of those 10 songs, probably like 3 of them will come out. It's like and I try to, you know, I'm like my own critic. So I'll be like, this song sucks. And then sometimes I'll put a song away for years and then come back to it.
Have you noticed a pattern between the songs that you choose to shelve and the songs that you choose to put out?
No, because sometimes I shelve them and then like I'll like be on like a walk and I'll be like, oh my God, remember that song I wrote like 3 years ago? I should like take all the drums out and then like make it like a different type of beat. Like, and then like it'll save the song. Like, cause it's like they're always one click away. You know, it's like so sometimes I come back to songs so often that I wrote off.
Wild. Benny
Quick
Blanco.
question, real quick before we go. Do you write these songs with Justin in mind or Halsey in mind, or?
Sometimes they're written as like that. Sometimes I write them with the artist. Sometimes it's an idea. Sometimes I take like one little bit of the song and we rewrite it. All different. I want to stay and talk with you guys forever. You're my favorite interview.
I appreciate you. And by the way, I've run into you both at a dispensary and at Jumbo's. So like, hopefully we'll take this and we'll cross that barrier from surface level to just like puddle level, you know?
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Slow and steady. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Later.
Yeah, you too.
Love. Bye. Hey, beautiful human. Thanks for watching our full interview, but I get it. Like, a full interview is a lot. So we got a clips channel. We don't expect you to watch the full thing anymore, so we just gave you the highlights. Please subscribe and notifications and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I love you.